This is a G-Shock co-branding watch, abbreviated as Cube watch. This is Rubik's clock, we call it Magic Clock. This is a WCA delegate, we call him Cube Delegate. This is a Rubik's Cube watch band, abbreviated as Cube watch. Okay, this is what you see on the screen now. This is a very exaggerated package. It's just right to say that it's exaggerated. Okay, there are 3 tiers. They added an interesting concept this time. 8 magnets core magnet. 8 magnet spring. 20 magnet core magnet. All 3 have core magnets. Core magnet has become the basic equipment of this series. The difference is that how many magnets in the core. 8 magnets, 20 magnet. So it can be seen that 20 is the highest level. UD, UD, UD. Then the difference is this spring. 20 magnets, 20 magnets, 20 magnets. How do you think? Exaggerated packaging. It's not just this box. And the package of the gift box. And this bag is also a very textured bag. It also has a separate paper box outside. So you can say that it has 3 layers of packaging. This bag is very textured. Very good. I think I can talk about a whole episode just by packaging. They chose to release at this time. They tried out the pre-order before the Double 11 festival. Then start shipping after Double 11. Then wait until the end of the year. The manufacturer said that there will be a second batch of at the end of the year. So the purpose is obvious. Just to grab the gift market at the end of the year. Although it is a gift. But their cube is really... wow, it's really nice. If the manufacturer continues to be so exaggerated, I might have to change a studio. There is also a piece of this, it's really a gold product. Very good. Everyone has noticed that it has a watch band. Then everyone called the Rubik's watch. It's what I said at the beginning, Rubik's watch. Very tight. The base can be directly buckled on the watch. That's it. You should wear tighter. Because it's heavy on top. Good, wow. Super dummy. Good, and then when you want to play the cube, just press the button here. My god. Finished. Put it back. You can play ball. Or turn to other cube. Let's talk about the feeling of wearing the strap is quite comfortable. The strap is the kind of rubber material on the surface. Then there is a little bit of elasticity. Although I am not sure if it is tight enough. But I shake like this. Actually, it seems to be okay. The biggest discomfort still comes from the center of the cube itself. It's heavier on top. So when the wrist is shaking, it will have that. Drive your inertia like this. Then it will shake over there. The overall weight of the strap seems to be okay. Although it is very weird. Maybe the cuber likes this kind of feeling of being noticed. Great idea. Awesome, let's take a look at the other accessories. But this one is designed very well. This one is designed very well. I dare to say that this one is better than Genuine's cube stand. Just like this. It's actually very convenient to open and put in. You won't get stuck. That kind of feeling. Okay, let's open it up. It's also very refreshing. Come on, let's take a look at the accessories. Oh, the accessories are much simpler than I thought. A set of Moyu stick. Wow, this is too nerdy. You see. Okay, this is actually... It's an adjuster, but it has a plastic injection part. There's also this bit head. Metal bit head. The part of the screw is very clear. This one and this one. This one and this one. I should adjust the inner circle and the outer circle. It should be the part that adjusts the distance and the spring. What is this for? What is this in for? Consistent, come on, 8 magnet. Oh, it's magnetic. The top end is for corner magnetic adjustment. Adjust the core below. Oh, it's a screw adjustment. Okay, 9-stage spring. Adjust the spring in the middle. This is wonderful. It says, function. Secret function, just wait and see. Wait a minute. What is this? You made this shape. And you don't tell us what it is. You even printed it on your manual. Secret function, just wait and see. What the hell is this? Why are you so humorous? Awesome, awesome, humorous. Secret function, please look forward to. We should also. Let's do something that you never see. Didn't tell you. Secret function, wait and see. Alright. Wang Junliang. Wow, handsome guy. Alright, our grandma fruit aka Moyu chairman. Okay, it's a simple structure adjustment manual. And then this should be the solution. It's Cube Classroom book. I'll talk about this here. If you're making a high quality product. Because you used to have a special version for Huameng. I will make a D10 version of solution. Since you're doing that way in Huameng. So high end. I think the solution. It should be match high end level. It will make this more completely. My personal point of view. Anyway, what's done is done. The price is also very high. It should be like this. Try it, okay? Next time. This box. Actually, I believe. It's already cost a lot of money. Alright, let's take a look at the other versions. How is the packaging? Okay, it should be pretty much the same. Okay, it's also this adjuster. Oh, but it's special. It doesn't have anything like a spare spring washer. For replacement. That is, the cube is all in one. Yes. It don't need to replace the part. Or the need for spare. This is really great. This video now will start to focus on the performance of the cube itself. Okay, let's take a look at their weight first. First tier 69 grams, 72.9 grams, 73.0. It's actually 0.4 grams more. Then I guess this should be 20 magnets. Then this is 8 magnet. So many magnets. Pretty fierce. Okay, the size is... Wow, it's accurate 55.0, there is no decimal point. It's so accurate. You know the UV layer. It has a thickness. Oh, it's so beautiful. It has a UV layer. It can be so accurate. Is that when you apply the UV gel? You have measured how thick the UV is. Wow, this technology is too advanced. Really? Because there used to be a cube of UV. It must have a little bit of thickness. You all know this. It's 55.0 after adding UV coating. There is no decimal point. Wow, okay, you got me. This one is amazing. This is awesome. Okay, the logo is the version of Moyu Super Weilong V10. Not bad, not bad. Pretty light, pretty slippery. And then, these three. I just speculated that they're all core magnet. Very slippery. Very slippery. Very light, very slippery. Very light, very slippery. Okay, 8 magnet. I feel like the resistance force is about the same. This is magnet. This is spring. Okay, this is 20 magnets. 20 magnets feels heavier. A little bit. Just a little bit. Wow. Wow, it's so comfortable. What the hell? Oh. Do you know what this feels like? This is like that. V9. Stable, smooth. And then plus RS3M V5 lightness. If you have seen our previous 2 unboxing videos, you will know V9 and V5 are. Relatively V9 is relatively stable, and the V5 is very light. but it's too slippery. This V10, I think it has the feeling of V9 stability, but it also has the lightness of V5, RS3 V5, and it is very light. The effect of the magnet is very, very obvious. Does it have an edge magnet? Oh, it's hard to open. Yes, it also has an edge magnet. The magnet is 3 times 1 or 3 by 1.5. Okay, let's go. Oh, this is very similar to the feeling of Ganyuan. Its feet are springy and can be pressed down. I know, it's to adjust this. This concept is the same as that of Ganyuan. See? However, its magnet is quite far away from the core magnet. I just said that the overall feeling of its magnetic effect is quite obvious. Let's take a look here. About halfway through. If you go a little further, it will have the feeling of going back. Oh, this 20 magnet. 20 magnet doesn't seem to have this. 20 magnet feels a little bit heavier. Although these two are only 0.4 grams differ, it's almost the same weight. But 20 magnet and magnetic force performance. I feel that the feeling of this magnet is more of a return to its original position. This seems to be a little bit heavier. The effect of magnetic force is not as strong as this. I think we should focus on the difference between the spring and the maglev version first. After all, the spring version is cheaper, so it should be the first choice that many people would like to start with. The spring version and the maglev version. To be honest, I don't feel that this is maglev version. Because the spring is really slippery enough. It's slippery enough. So I think it's really great. Of course, the maglev version adds a little more weight. After all, this is the maglev version. When it cutting, its resistance force is a little less than the spring version. This difference it's not obvious. Because the core magnetic force is very obvious. So you need to feel the point of the magnetic force at that moment. Will be very difficult to tell the difference. So you can feel it when it cutting. There may be some slight vibrations. A slight resistance, isn't it? There's a slight vibration. That's not the case with the magnet version. Because its resistance output is continuous. It's not like the spring. Because when it turns, it's a very little bit stuck. Of course, if you're really stuck. Or the spring sound we often hear is in the core. Apply some lubricant would be fine. This is the difference between the spring version and the maglev version. But to be honest, the difference is very small. You still have to consider what kind of feeling you like. This is because now the cubes are really, really good. In the past, the friction resistance of the cube when it rotated was very obvious. So that's why maglev came out. But what they're doing now is really, it's very smooth, delicate, and smooth. Then the difference will become smaller. You should focus on what you really care. You can feel the difference in the small vibration that the cube feedback. This is spring and the maglev. Next, let's compare the maglev 8 magnet and 20 magnet. The first time I felt maglev 8 magnet's version. The magnetic force is very obvious. It's very light, very light. What about 20 magnetic maglev? In theory, it should have a stronger magnetic force. But I feel like this. In fact, the range of their rotation is not much different. And instead, at this time, if it's this one, it should have gone back by itself. Let's take a look. This is 8 magnetic maglev. Let me turn it to the same position as it is. But this 20 magnetic maglev. On the other hand, this one doesn't have stronger magnetic force. Of course, there may be individual differences between the cubes. I think maybe friction, grinding, or the accuracy of the assembly may also be the reasons. But at least when I'm turning this one, the maglev is not as abnormal as 8 magnetic version. It's 8 magnetic maglev. Although it's in the middle, it's a little awkward. It's awkward because everyone either buys the most expensive or the cheapest. It's a little awkward in the middle. But this is the strongest magnetic force of the three. It's very obvious. This is really. It doesn't have magnets in the edge of the ball. Then it has. It's on. Its 12 edges are on the point where they are positioned. There's another magnet on the ball that's connected to it. So it's going to provide a better stability. But you might think it's going to be tighter. Actually, it's not. It's the same weight. It's pretty light. Yeah, there's almost no difference in weight. This is really awesome. That's awesome. That's awesome. And it's obviously. It makes me feel like. It's obviously as precise as the ball. But it doesn't feel like Yuan cubes. It's completely different from Don's cubes. That makes me very happy. It's like I said at the beginning. Like. V9 solid stability. Stable. Smooth. And then there's the RS3M V5. It's light and wild. It's like this. They're cubes. Every new MOU cube is really. They add the good concepts into new cubes. But it's a little different. It's just that. When it comes to the inner materials. The color distinction. That's what I'm wondering about. If you look at the cubes before RS3M V5. It should be purple inside this version. It should be light blue in this version. But not for the series. It's all the same inside. So you can't tell the tier difference. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe they think the original color is still the softest. Probably. Alright, this one. I don't think it makes much sense keep talking about it. Because you may only hear me saying it's good. But it's really good. I just took it out of the box. The moment it turned. I think, this is what I want. This is great. This is great. It's like an old friend you've been around for many years. Your main cube. And then it suddenly became brand new. It's really good. Alright, this one. The cube itself is very connotative. And then there's the accessories. The accessories are also very sincere. It's very distinctive. It's very creative. And then the outer box packaging is very exaggerated. It's very generous. This set is super soft. I think the evaluation is very, very good. And it's really great. It's very accurate. Alright, this series of cubes. I think it's a perfect price for it. It's the end of the year. Christmas is coming. Then you can think about it yourself. I just hope that MOU don't launch new products so soon. The next one can wait a little longer. Please release it slowly next year. Otherwise, if you do it too fast, people won't be able to keep up. But this is really great. This is really great. Okay, if you have any questions, please leave a comment below the video. Big recommended. Okay, okay. It's easy to turn with one hand. Very light. And then it's easy to locate.
定位